It's your boy Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at StocktonCon.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of StocktonCon. The value of wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that part. Hey, man, shout out the Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big O's, San Jose. We gonna shut the shit down. Love and respect, though, man. Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's the Value of Wrestling. It's the weekly roundup. It's episode 50. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the golden episode. 50 episodes in the book right here, right now. And I'm here with the big man himself, the man in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the one, the only Mr. Miguel Z. And of course, I am the one, the only, I am the Big Tyme. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a breaking news report right here, right now for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it over to the Clarke report. We're going to go to Mr. Clarke in his desk right now. Please stand by as we transfer to a live breaking news Clarke report. Mr. Clarke, take it away. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I just got an update. Mr. Clarke is still under suspension. So there'll be no Clarke report this week. I do apologize for the hardcore fans that show up each and every week to hear their Clarke report. But unfortunately, as I'm hearing from the upper echelon, Mr. Clarke is still under suspension and has not been cleared to return at this time. So we're gonna have to wait to possibly next week for a Clarke report.
So that's who's yelling in my ear right now that he's
Yes.
not here. He's
Yes.
not here then. Okay.
Oh, yes. Fortunately, he has not been cleared to return. His suspension has not been lifted. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, It's Value Wrestling. It's the weekly roundup. It's episode 50. We've done this for 50 weeks now, almost 1 year. We're about to hit that 1 year mark. 2 more weeks. Going to be a big celebration. This week in wrestling, probably not as exciting as last week, because we got a lot of that StocktonCon to talk about. And, of course, we had the biggest moment in our history right here on the Value of Wrestling. We had the Choppy event go down, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen the Choppy video, well, let's give you one more last look at it here. It's the Value of Wrestling. I'm the Big Time, Mr. Z. We're here with the indie god himself, Matt Cardona.
This is real.
The Choppy is about to go down. Let's see it. Oh.
This guy just paid me $50. Matt Cardona, check out the Value of Wrestling.
Cool. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Choppy. How's that chest feeling, sir? Is it better now? Has it healed up?
It's better now. It's better now.
Except when you watch it, you do tense up when you watch it. Now you see. But anyway, thank you, Matt Cardona, for that. We love it. We appreciate it. And a quick shout out to our favorite buddy, AJ Kirsch. We are going to reach out to you this week. It's just kind of flying by in a blur. There was a lot of other things going on that happened. So we will be getting to you this week. We are going to sit down and
I was supposed to be gone.
Yeah. Mr. C wasn't supposed to be here. Mr. Clarke was supposed to make his big return by now, and none of that's happened. We had talked about, and we'll talk about SPW, our buddies at Supreme Pro Wrestling out of the Sacramento area. We wanted to go to this event on the 21st, which was today, but Mr. C was supposed to be gone. It's kind of hard to do it as a one-man setup booth. So we got to reach out to them and make sure we're ready for next month. So we're going to be doing that. We thank Scoot and everybody over there at the Supreme Pro Wrestling. We will be there next month. We are going to make a big splash. We just want to make sure we're going to do it right. We don't want to come half or discombobulated. We want to come strong. Me and Mr. Z want to be there in Elk Grove, or I guess their show is going to be in Sacramento at the California Auto Museum, which should be a blast. Can't wait to do that one. So we're going to be there for that. We'll reach out and make sure we get all the finalizations on that and hopefully get a card and all the details so we can build up to that next month. That's August, so be ready for that. October, Realm Warriors Championship Wrestling. They're building up. If you're following on Facebook, they keep adding new stuff. A new video recently came out, so we're excited to work with them again. And, of course, we always want to throw out the biggest shout-out to our best buddy, our number one fan, the man we love to represent and can't wait to sit down, and that's AJ Kirsch. We had a very fun interview at Stockton Con, but unfortunately we're still working to see if we can tweak the audio, because where we stood, we didn't realize at the time of recording the audio didn't come out as good of a quality as we would have loved it to be. So we're going to try a couple other things to see if we can freshen that up so we can get that interview out to you. If not, we'll recover that when we sit down, because it's going to be a live sit-down interview between myself, AJ Kirsch. Mr. Z is going to be there because Mr. Z is really the man behind a lot of these scenes that are making these connections for the Value Wrestling. Without him, we would at least have our foot in the door, and we're going to get with AJ. We're going to do this interview. Mr. Z will be there because we're going to need somebody behind the computers and the cameras, making sure everything's running smooth and sounding good. So we get this interview on point and make this a beautiful, fun interview. It's going to be exciting, and something's going on over there. I can see Mr. Z's eyes. Oh, he's watching wrestling because, as you know, in the New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's paying attention to all the stuff, G1 Climax and everything else in New Japan going on right now. So he's trying to do dual things right now. Why being here recording a show that he hadn't planned on being, watching a show that he wasn't really planning on going to be able to watch because he thought he was going to be gone. And then somebody decided to do an update to some security system that affected Microsoft computers across the world, shut down the world. That's why we weren't here Friday for SmackDown. Normally we watch it a certain way, and we couldn't get to it because that system wasn't up. So yeah, it was a weird week when it came to that.
I can't. It was 1 a.m. We get a text saying, "Hey, your flight's canceled." I woke up, said, "Let's go home." I was like, "Let's just go home." I mean, it's not as bad as like my sister and brother-in-law who were at LAX and went to 3 different gates before they were told to go home.
Jesus, yeah, that would definitely suck. Breaking news. If you didn't know, on Sunday, TNA had a pay-per-view on yesterday. That is true. Slammiversary took place. We're going to talk a little bit about Slammiversary, but yesterday on TNA to compete with, yesterday on AEW Collision to compete with TNA, AEW debuted Hologram. Why do I hear crickets? I say hologram. Yeah, I hear crickets. Hologram.
Did you see the crowd that was there?
Yes, it's a smaller venue that looks like they're changing up their set, trying to make it look smaller and more intimate. Maybe they're trying to copy TNA. I don't know what they're doing here, but hologram. Yeah. Everybody excited about hologram. Anyways, AEW has been hyping the debut of a new character, Hologram, who made his first appearance on the July 20th episode of AEW Collision. The backstage reaction to Hologram has now been revealed with notable praise for his performance and presentation. His presentation, whatever you want to call it, don't care. AEW put a lot of effort into Hologram's presentation, aiming to be technologically ambitious with his gimmick. The vignettes leading up to his arrival made it clear that the company was all in on Hologram. So that means, spoiler alert, Hologram would be fighting for the AEW World Title at All In, or the TBS title, or the Continental Crown, or the International title, or I don't know, some title. Because no one title is more important than the other in AEW.
The Trios title.
Yes, he will create 3. He will be Hologram, so there'll be 3 holograms, right?
Yeah.
It'll be Doink the Clown in 2024, because Hologram could be anybody. So you could have multiple holograms going down.
Not Doink. Doink, Dink, and whatever the other ones were.
Well, that was Dinky, Pinky, Winky, Pinky, Winky. I don't know. I'm talking about you had the 4 Doinks at Survivor Series, but those were the Men on a Mission, the Bushwhackers. And Ringside Collectibles has announced that they have the next collectibles of Mattel figures. They're going to have the Bushwhackers dressed up as the Doinks. You can go buy the Bushwhacker nice. With Doink heads. Anyways, side note on that. Anyways, Hologram, he made his entrance. Hologram true identity was revealed to be former AAA star R. Remus. The Masters made a memorable debut when striking entrance, wearing a bright green vest and surrounded by blue lights and smoke, engaging the 1,200 fans. This was a Collision show. 1,200 fans in attendance with stunning lights show. He faced off against Gringo Loco. Mm-hmm. providing Hologram with a prime opportunity to showcase his skills as he would pick up the win as well. So, yes,
GCW's own Gringo Loco. Did that right. From GCW.
Matt Cardona quit lending out your wrestlers. Anywho, Hologram making his AEW debut. Your thoughts on Hologram, Mr. Z?
Well, remember the talks were it was supposed to be Ricochet, but that didn't pan out. We got former luchador posting up a new look. I mean, it looked good. It looked good. I mean, I can't get that wrong. He looked good. Gringo Loco, great worker. It's just 1,200 fans.
Anyways, Hologram was an illusion, and the illusion's now over for this time. So make sure you catch Hologram next time on AEW TV. I'm sure he'll be making a big splash on Dynamite real soon when he's facing somebody for a world title or a mid-title or a title of some title.
Mercedes Moné.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news coming from the tower. Mr. Z has now been officially suspended off air for his Mercedes Moné comments.
I'm sorry. I can't help it because
this is now a one-man show.
She has been everywhere trying to stay relevant.
Hold on. I'm getting words. The statements from the upper echelons, my media director, saying that yes, the executives are saying that Mr. Z is just jealous that Mercedes Moné won't dance for him like she dances for Okada.
We're not going to talk about that, okay? Because I have my reserves about him.
Okada madly in love with Moné.
Madly in love? Did you see the look on his face?
He was hot for Moné. I guess he's not making enough money that he needs some Moné.
Yeah.
Right, bro? Bro, I'll tell you what, bro. It's the greatest thing on TV, bro. When you see Okada, bro, getting all excited for Mercedes Moné, bro, it's when wrestling's great, bro. It's great storytelling, bro. You don't understand the storytelling, bro, that's there. Okada and Moné joining forces, bro, is going to be the best thing for AEW TV, bro. You just don't understand wrestling anymore,
that's
bro.
That's about as bad as Mark Henry May Young in the hand.
Bro, look, when Okada, bro, and Moné hook up, bro, and they make money, bro, like they're having money children, bro, it's going to be the best stuff you ever seen on TV, bro. I was behind that hand gimmick, bro. It was the best gimmick in professional wrestling, bro. It's like I was better than 80% of the WCW roster, bro. I did it better than anybody. I still do it better than 80% of wrestlers, bro. I am the best, bro. If Tony Khan would only listen to me, bro, he would be creating some of the most epic TV, bro. We'd be living in a new attitude era, bro. I can show you how to bring back a new NWO, bro.
No, I thought they were listening to him when the trios title got captured by Christian Cage and his family.
Give me the trios titles to bro. Christian Cage, bro, the father, the daddy, bro, of AEW, bro. It's the best thing AEW's done with those titles, bro. There's nothing better, bro, than seeing Christian with gold, bro. Christian is Moné, bro, with gold, bro. You can see this whole new broing elite, bro. You got the elite, bro, along with the patriarchy, bro, with Mercedes CEO, bro. This stuff is going to be off the chain, bro. Best stuff in professional wrestling, bro. Tony Khan is cooking, bro, like he's in a trailer, bro, out in the Arizona, New Mexico desert, bro.
Where is that shovel?
Bro, the only person burying themselves with a shovel, bro, is you, because you come on this show, bro, and act like you know something, bro. Have I ran away, everybody? Is anybody here? I think I ran away, everybody. Oh, no, we got 5 viewers. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. Drop your comments in the comments below. Join in this conversation. Have fun with us. Do not be afraid. Initial internal mindset after Sky Blue's injury from the collision AEW. Yes, Sky Blue has been seriously injured. Looks like she's going to be out of action. Pro wrestlers put their bodies on the line each and every time they step in the ring. This week, a popular AEW star ended up injured at ringside, and we have new information. This is all coming from Ringside News. During AEW's Collision July 20th edition, Sky Blue's match against Hikaru Shida, Hikaru Shida? Okay.
Hikaru Shida.
ended abruptly. Unfortunately, Sky was injured during the contest, and it's a very serious situation. After Sheeta executed a suicide dive to the outside, Sky Blue landed awkwardly on her leg and hip, prompting immediate concern from ringside officials. She was later spotted in a cast after the injury. The match was halted as officials rushed Sky Blue to aid and determined she could not continue. As a result, Sheeta was awarded the victory. Commentary highlighted the severity of Sky's fall, and though she and through the attention she received, footage of her being helped off has surfaced around the internet. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful has reported that initial hope that Sky Blue would be okay after the injury. Some adjustments were made to the show due to the injury, but we haven't heard any specifics why or what. We will keep a close eye on this situation, but she appears to be injured. She was carried off with her leg in the air, and then it's been later reported on several different outlets that she is in a cast. Sky Blue looks like she's going to be out of action for some time.
Damn, Tony, but you're the safest place to wrestle, right? We're the best wrestle.
We are safe. We are safe. We are completely safe. We are the safest place to wrestle, my friends. This is where the best wrestle, and it's the best wrestle safely. Okay, bro. All you got to do, bro, is give good stories, bro, and you'll be okay, bro. Tony, I got you, bro. Okay, I need another daddy. I have daddy issues, you know. Well, Davey, Uncle Dave is my favorite, but
Oh, jeez.
Welcome to the Value Wrestling.
Well, that sucks that she got hurt for one.
No, it was
but injuries is common. Injuries is common.
No,
it's too common.
No. What you're talking about?
I don't. It's just no. This is too common for Tony Khan. He's too many people getting hurt.
Well, let's talk about somebody who's no longer with AEW and feels very upset about it. Mark Henry felt a sense of abandonment after AEW departure. Again, coming from Ringside News. Mark Henry debuted as the AEW WNW pay-per-view in 2021. Obviously drew tons of attention. With that said, many believe Mark Henry simply wasn't able to do much during his time in AEW. And now that he's no longer a part of AEW, Henry admits he felt a sense of abandonment. The world's strongest man previously confirmed he would not be re-signing with Tony Khan's company, and since then he made a shocking appearance at MLW's Battle Riot 6 event as well. When speaking to Forbes, Mark Henry talked about his AEW stint and was asked about the most disappointing aspect of his AEW run. The world's strongest man admitted he would have liked to mentor more talent backstage and felt a sense of abandonment when he left the company. And I quote, "My least favorite man, maybe that I didn't get to finish with all the people that I was helping. I felt a sense of abandonment when I left. There's still people that I mentor and talk to. They call me every day. But then there's some that I started and I didn't finish. It just kills me not to be able to have an impact on their lives." Henry has also clarified he has heat with WWE for joining AEW. Nonetheless, it remains to be seen what's next in store for the WWE Hall of Famer as she is open to making a WWE return. Well, I don't know. Mark Henry starting a lot of high praises at AEW during his time there, and now it's like, they abandoned me.
Well, I mean, what Mark Henry was your go-to guy, the hype man. It's time for the main event.
Oh yeah,
that's about all he was doing.
That was on what, Collision, or was that just Friday nights?
That was just Friday nights.
Yeah, it was just regulated to Friday nights.
Yeah.
What can one say?
No.
Mr. Z, how would you feel about a partial return of the Hurt Business in AEW? What?
Please don't.
Exactly. Anyway, in breaking news today, it seems that Bobby Lashley's current WWE contract situation has been revealed, and we are going to talk about it. Come from Ringside News. WWE has seen several interesting contract situations in 2024, but some superstars like Ricochet and Becky Lynch have left the company. Others like Chad Gable, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre decided to resign. Now Bobby Lashley's time is coming up soon, and Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful has stated that Bobby Lashley's WWE contract is up within the next month or so, possibly weeks. Lashley has been removed from the internal roster page, though he still is featured on the company's website. Lashley has been out of action for several months, and it's reported he plans to continue wrestling if an extension is not reached with WWE. Lashley has not been included in WWE creative plans since the spring, leaving the Street Profits and his Pride stable without anything to do. As of this writing, Lashley's last match was May 5th, 2024, when he defeated Santos Escobar at a WWE live event. The Almighty had 3 matches this year and one at WrestleMania in April. It's also reported that a return to fighting isn't out of the realm. This could give Lashley many opportunities at several smaller MMA companies. May pay him a substantial amount. So we'll be keeping an eye out for the future of Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is possibly on his way out of WWE. And since we're talking about the Hurt Business, MVP is also contract could possibly be up, and MVP has a reaction to circulating rumors of his WWE exit. Rumors of former WWE United States MVP, United States Champion MVP, coming from Ringside News, departure from the company have been circulating following his absence from WWE TV since the pre-WrestleMania episode of SmackDown in April, where he was last appeared alongside Omos during the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Today, reports surfaced on social media that indicated MVP, along with Bobby Lashley and Tamina, have all been removed from WWE's internal roster amidst their swirling rumors. MVP took to Instagram to address the situation, reassuring his fans. In his Instagram post, accompanied of a photo of him attending the Fury Fighting Championship in Houston with his son, MVP expressed his contentment and gratitude, and I quote, "I'm in the best spirits. I love you all. Don't you worry about me. I'm just fine," he shared along with the caption, "All is well over here. Thanks." That comes from MVP, directly from the MVP on X at the 305 MVP. It is also, while the social media posts have sparked numerous replies from fans speculating about his WWE future, MVP has yet to directly respond to these exit rumors. Recently, MVP disclosed that he underwent stem cell treatment, hinting at the possibility of returning to the ring for a few more matches before considering retirement for a professional wrestling career. MVP's situation in WWE seems to be a significant turning point considering his recent posts and his hints at potentially returning to the ring. What are your thoughts on his career trajectory and his potential return to WWE? But rumors circulating about MVP, Bobby Lashley, and even Tamina being removed from the internal rosters of WWE, their contracts coming up, possibly leaving the company. Big deals there. Lots to talk about. Could the Hurt Business wind up in AEW with Shelton Benjamin? They'll be missing Cedric Alexander, who's still signed under a WWE contract at this point, but anything's possible. Would Lashley do any good in AEW? I doubt it. Does he offer a lot to WWE? Sort of. I mean, he might need to go back to TNA and wrestle Moose. I don't know. Of course, Moose is now, and this is a spoiler, no longer your TNA World Champion.
Oh, yeah, I know. Honestly, MVP, I would say he makes a great manager if they let him stick with that role. But at this point, it would be nothing more than a money grab if you go to AEW. That's all it would be. And we know, Moneybags McGee over there, he likes to pour money into these wrestlers and, with the rest of it.
In other news, coming from Ringside News, let's talk about MJF and Will Ospreay. On this episode of Dynamite 250, these men went 58 minutes, 58 seconds to a 60-minute match for the international title, with MJF coming out at the end using the brass ring, or the diamond ring, to lay out Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay has lost his last 2 big matches, losing to Swerve Strickland at Forbidden Door, and now turning around in a almost a 60-minute match with MJF on regular Dynamite 250. Yes, big episode, but on regular TV, all for a ratings booster. Will Ospreay's lost. Does this hurt Ospreay? We'll talk about that. Let me read this report. But here's the statement. AEW Dynamite, July 17th episode. This is coming from Ringside News, just to repeat that. AEW Dynamite's 250, July 17th episode began with MJF and Will Ospreay. This was your opening match, by the way, which I think killed most of the rest of the show, because after 60 minutes of these men, you're done. Battling for the international title, the match was intense, and though MJF emerged as the winner, fans were concerned about both wrestlers after the grueling contest. After the match, AEW's medical team rushed to the ring using ice packs and oxygen tanks. MJF was seen wearing an oxygen mask, but it appears that it was all part of the show. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select reported that MJF and Will Ospreay were fine after the nearly 1 hour long match. Both gave their all in the opening match of AEW Dynamite's 250 episode, but they're going to be okay. MJF and Will Ospreay battled to just under an hour, with fans wondering if it would go the full hour. The match was planned for MJF to clinch the victory in the closing section. It seems that the medical team's actions were part of that performance. We will all see how MJF does as international champion. He certainly knows how to carry a title in AEW. Only time will tell if MJF and Will Ospreay will meet again, but they have set a high bar for themselves. And this is where I would say, if anybody's thinking about seeing them at All In, are you really ready to see them again? Even though we already saw them for 1 hour here on Dynamite, I don't think we're going to see them lock up again for a while, because you just got an hour match, and how do you up the ante on that?
You don't, and the problem is, he put that on free TV. He could have made some money with that.
Oh, he could have made huge money. He could have sold an extra 40,000 seats at All In for these two to go at him.
Oh yeah, but
And
barely making money's not his thing.
And Pac is the new number one contender for the international title. And from what we understand, Pac wins that match at All In. Pac he won that 4-way dance for the number one contendership, like the week prior.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, see, that's AEW TV. Forgettable.
Yeah.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Will Ospreay, MJF giving you a free match, almost an hour. How do you elevate that to another level? What type of match do you have next for a rematch?
Well, apparently Blood and Guts is the next thing big right now that they're talking about, and I don't even know what's going on with that.
Well, Blood and Guts is coming up this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, so it's Blood and Guts AEW Dynamite. It's not even a pay-per-view.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, Blood and Guts is going to take care of itself on AEW TV on Dynamite. It's going to be Blood and Guts this Wednesday. Team Elite, the Young Bucks, along with Kazuchika Okada, bitch, and we'll talk about AEW's new key word here in just a second. Teaming up with, of course, the Scapegoat Jack Perry and Hangman Adam Page, joining them on Team Elite as they take on new Team AEW, Swerve Strickland, the Acclaimed, the Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe, and the man who got hung upside down at Stampede Arena, Anarchy in the Arena, Darby Allin, who came falling from the rafters at Dynamite 250 to align with Team AEW. So Darby Allin cannot die. He will be in Blood and Guts. That match that nobody cares about, nobody asked for.
Did you hear that? I think Cornette's having an aneurysm right now because Mark Briscoe is being treated like garbage. You know,
bro. Why you coming on my show, bro? Talking about Jim Cornette, bro. That man hates me, bro, and I don't even know what I ever did to him, bro. You know, I'm sorry, Jimmy, bro. I never meant to upset you like that, bro. I'm sorry if I ever hurt your feelings, bro. But it's just a fact of the matter. I'm better at this than you are, bro. You just got to deal with it, Jimmy, bro. You got to let the heat go, bro. All that anxiety, bro, is going to give you a heart attack, bro. You're going to die a short life, bro. And I don't want you to die, bro, because you're a good guy, bro. You're just not wrestling competent, bro. Because I am, bro. I'm the best that's ever done it, bro. Better than 80% of the people in the world, bro. I can run circles around AEW and WWE's roster, bro. I can show Triple H a thing or two, bro. I can show Triple H how to book a real wrestling show, bro. Parody's fun, ladies and gentlemen, but yes.
Yeah, it's just... I got nothing. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, you're giving matches away like this on free TV.
And is Will Ospreay's shimmer, is his glow, is his spark, his magic wearing finally? Is he just another...
He's done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's done just like he's done. They're both done.
Well, and speaking of safety scissors, let's talk about the legitimacy of Jay White's current injury status. This also coming from Ringside News, because AEW is safe. Safe. But AEW stars endure a lot of punishment in the ring, and now it appears that Jay White is really out of action with an unfortunate injury. Interim AEW Executive Vice President Christopher Daniels. I thought he was head of talent. Okay, anyways, AEW Executive Vice President, the interim EVP, That's right. He was named intern EVP after he was fired by the Young Bucks, and Tony Khan hired him as an intern EVP to fill in for the Anyways, Daniel stripped Jay White and the Guns of the AEW Trios titles and the Ring of Honor six-man titles and the AEW Ring of Honor Super Six-Man. They had 9 titles. I don't know. Anyways, White is currently off of television selling injuries from Christian Cage-led attack, and it appears those injuries are more legit. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select that Jay White's injuries were real, and according to AEW sources, no official diagnosis has been reported regarding the severity of his injury. Bullet Club Gold pushed back on its decision, citing that the Freebird rule, which allows any member of the faction to defend the tag team or trio title. However, Daniels did not approve this and did not permit Jay Robinson from using the Freebird rule to help out the Guns and stripped them of their titles, which led to a title match on the July 20th episode of AEW Collision, which was won by the Patriarchy in some weird fashion. So you stripped the titles off the Bang Bang Gang, had them in a match for the vacated Trios titles the next week against Patriarchy, and now the Patriarchy has the titles and nobody to really face. But it does look like Jay White is officially out on injury, and we do not know when or how or what the issue is, or so maybe Jay White will be out on the shelf. This is his second or third injury while he's in AEW, isn't it?
Third injury.
Jay,
Third injury.
Jay, Safety Scissors White, can I ask you a question, sir? So I know you're tuning in. I know you're watching. I know you're excited to watch this. The best show of the weekend, the best party of the weekend, Mr. Jay White. Do you regret not signing with WWE? I'm just wondering. You might have been safer there.
Call Cody. He knows Cody. You might want to give him a call.
Hey, Cody.
So much, between that happening to him and he's presented like crap. I mean, bruv, what about that grind, bruv? I thought you didn't want to do that grind, and look what happened to you.
Bro, Ospreay would be $1 million, bro. If I could make Ospreay, you let me write for Ospreay, bro. I'll make Ospreay the greatest thing in professional wrestling, bro. I will make him a New World Order member, bro. I will make him better than the NWO, bro. I will carry him to the pinnacle, bro. I will bring back New Blood 2.0, bro, with him as in charge of this, bro. I'll make the Don Callis family look like a pile of kittens, bro. Let me at him. Anyways, former WWE and WWE and WCW star believes with Redacted exit, it improves his chances of getting into the WWE Hall of Fame. This coming from Ringside News. Redacted was hit with serious allegations for sex trafficking and misconduct from an ex-WWE employee named Janelle Grant. It is ensured that Redacted was gone from WWE for good, and now former WWE World Champion, and I believe a former WCW World Champion, has concluded that his induction to the WWE Hall of Fame is inevitable. Redacted officially resigned from WWE and TK Holdings, and even TKO COO Mark Shapiro made it clear that Vince McMahon Redacted will never return to WWE. While speaking during an interview with the Attitude Era podcast, this man said the possibility of being inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame would be inevitable. Ladies and gentlemen, one man with half the brain you have. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Psycho One himself, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, Psycho Sid.
Oh my.
Sid, who hasn't been a mainstream presence in wrestling for over 2 decades, revealed that WWE still has him under contract, which he thinks should be a factor in his potential WWE Hall of Fame induction. Sid speculates that with Redacted no longer in charge, the current WWE leadership might see value in honoring him, noting that it could be mutually beneficial. He has also expressed interest in possibly working with WWE in a part-time capacity, suggesting roles such as a manager or offering his expertise in interviews in an area where he believes he excels. Because he has half the brain you have.
Well, you know what? If that's possible, just make sure when he's inducted that it's not on bowling league night.
Anyways, Sid goes on to say this, and I quote, "You think they would offer that? Again, Redacted didn't like me so much. I think that's why they haven't offered me that. But with Redacted being gone now, you think those people would say, hey, this guy, we still got him under contract. He's still making a little bit of money. It would help him if we did that, and it would help them as well. You would like that. You would think they might want to do everything they could to promote something like that. That might be something fun to start too. If you get back in, you might want to do something like a part-time deal, be a manager or a special. I think I was pretty much a good interviewer too. There's always a lot of people having a hard time with that. If I could teach them, maybe I could help them do their interviews. Psycho Sid, infamous on Twitter, proclaims that he will powerbomb. Look, Sid, powerbomb Ryback, and the Value Wrestling will fully. If you powerbomb Ryback through a table, we will fully be in support. We will do everything in our power. We will promote it. We will promote it on this weekly show for you to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Didn't he retire? Has he retired yet? I mean, what's going on with that?
I don't know. Spoilers. TNA Wrestling conducted its latest TV tapings at the Verdun Auditorium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada on July 21st. And here are your spoilers. From Explosion, Rich Swann defeated Reverso with AJ Francis providing commentary. AJ Francis can't jump over a top rope. He fears the value of wrestling, and we know you do, AJ, because we got good friends in high places that could put you in some bad places, because we got better people than you do, Mr. AJ Francis, because you're scared of a little dive joke. You can't dive over a top rope. Nah. Dead block people. Yeah. Cry baby. Cry me a river. Impact TV show. Nick Nemeth delivered a promo asserting his readiness to be a fighting champion, open to defending his title across any wrestling promotion. Mustafa Ali interrupted, decrying his recent loss as the biggest screw job in wrestling history, and declared his intent to compete for the world title to restore his prestige. A match between Nemeth and Ali was set up, with Nemeth ready for a match tonight, but Ali opted for next week. Steve Macklin overcame Cody Deaner after both exchanged promos, with Macklin drawing boos and Deaner receiving cheers. AJ Francis, assisted by Rich Swann and Josh Bishop, managed to get a win over Sami Callihan after Bishop and Swann's ringside interference. And Hammerstone and Ash by Elegance triumphed over Eric Young and Jordan, TNA Knockout Women's Champion Jordan Grace. And Josh Alexander teased new developments following his action at Slammiversary, but left the crowd hanging. We'll talk about TNA Slammiversary here in a moment. Tasha Steele claimed, Explosion, show 2. Tasha Steele's claimed victory over Giselle Shaw. On the next taping of Impact, TNA Impact show number 2, the Rascals, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and NXT superstar Wes Lee secured a win against Kushida and Speedball Mountain, Trent Seven, and Speedball Mike Bailey, with Wentz pinning Trent Severin. Rosemary debuted a new theme song and defeated Christera. In a change of demeanor, Josh Alexander avoided the crowd and spoke backstage about focusing on himself going forward. Frankie Kazarian bested Ryan Nemeth, and post-match Josh Alexander would attack Ryan Nemeth. Jody Threat alongside Dana Luna won against Masha Slamovich, who was distracted by Alicia Edwards, setting up a tag team title belt on the turnbuckle. Mike Santana defeated Champagne Singh, and post-match cut a promo targeting Moose in the system and clearing his ambitions for the TNA Championship. In the TNA World Title match, Nick Nemeth successfully defended his title against Mustafa Ali in a clean finish, with Josh Alexander observing from the stage. In a dark match, a casket match, PCO emerged victorious over Moose. And in a special
PCO's still doing it, huh?
Yep. And in a special segment for TNA, the wedding of PCO and Steph DeLander took place, officiated by Santino. The ceremony included memorable moments like Rhino appearing in wrestling gear and a tie, Saya Brookside as a bridesmaid, and PCO making a grand entrance on a wooden throne and Miss Sparks. The couple exchanged vows, and the ceremony was briefly interrupted by AJ Francis and a tip by Matt Cardona to disrupt the proceedings, which SDL rebuffed. So these are the tapings coming forward. So if you're excited about that, or if you want to see Matt Cardona on TNA, because we love Matt Cardona here at the Value Wrestling. Thank you, Matt.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. We are big supporters. We got action figures. We got a couple of the sets of the Matt Cardona. I'm going to get mine when Mr. C gets his. We'll get together and we'll share them on one of these episodes. Hopefully, we'll have them by the 1 year mark of the weekly roundup, and we'll share each of our sets of Matt Cardona action figures from Ringside Collectibles. Which go over to Ringside Collectibles to get your action figures. And Ringside, hey, can we get a discount code? Can the Value of Wrestling start representing? We'd love to work with you. Ringside Collectibles would be a fun partnership. Of wrestling. Now this weekend, we had TNA Slammiversary.
Well, they have to. But first, wait, real quick. They would have to forget your comment that you made live with them. Just to say your apologies for that comment. That's all I'm saying.
Which comment?
Might hook us up. The Brian Pillman comment. Just no.
Oh,
they don't need to make
that wasn't with Ringside Collectibles. That was with Mattel. Bill from Mattel is actually a Mattel creator, so that'd be different. But I don't think, that wasn't that controversial. I mean, what would be wrong with a Steve Austin, Brian Pillman set with Brian Pillman with the gun? I think that would be great. Matt Cardona was a big supporter of that. Matt, let's get together. Let's make that a #1 set in professional wrestling. I think that would be amazing. It'd be awesome.
There you go.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, if you want Mattel to be the biggest selling toy line, bro, you got to do Steve Austin, bro, and Brian Pillman, bro. Brian Pillman with the gun, bro. You got to you can create the 2-figure pack, bro, with the gun, them in there, bro. You sell that set, and then you sell a scene, bro. Like, you have a house scene, bro, with the breakable door, bro. You have a whole play set, bro. See, this is a big set. It's not just 2 action figures, bro, but you can bring the whole package together, bro. You can get the Brian Pillman house, bro. You can set up the scene, bro. It can be excellent. You can leave with history with your own action figures, bro. Mattel, you got to do it, bro. It's going to be the best-selling thing, bro. Sell it for $100. Ringside Collectibles exclusive, bro. The Brian Pillman's got a gun set, bro. You get Steve Austin, you get Brian Pillman, you get the house with the breakable door. Bro, it'd be some good stuff, bro. Ringside Collectibles. We'd love to partner up with you and start sending people over there. We get some stuff from Ringside Collectibles.
You scratch our back, we scratch yours. It's all
good. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy to have you here as we do this each and every week. We get a little off the chain. We don't know when Mr. Carr is going to make his return to the game, but for now, he's still under suspension. Anyways, TNA had Slammiversary this weekend, and on the 20th, on Sunday, and we are going to bring you the lineup, and we are going to talk about who, what, when, where, and why.
Oh, yeah.
So we had the TNA kickoff show, and on there we had a 4-way dance between Tasha Steelz, Giselle Shaw, Isaiah Brookside, and Fabi Apache. Please excuse me if I'm not hitting all these names correctly. I'm not as familiar with them. This is more of a Mr. Clarke thing. But Tasha Steelz would come out victorious on that. Tasha Steelz with a big win there. Hafan and Rawalt are at ringside. They announced that AJ Francis' PCO match has been changed to a Montreal street fight. And that would have been on Sunday night. Gia Miller conducted a backstage interview with AJ Francis and Rich Swann. Francis didn't flinch at the news. They were joined by Smoke DZA and Josh Bishop, who sported Heels Have Eyes. Sami Callihan appeared. And we open with Kushida versus Rich Swann. Kushida coming out in a throwback. Kushida followed an instance, entering with his face covered. He then revealed Japanese symbols painted on his face and chest, reminiscent of former WWE star. I can see his face. Early 80s. Who was the Japanese star that had all the Japanese writing on his face and the heel and came out and
my goodness. And I just seen that match the other day with him and Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure it out. You got to find it. Oh, no.
What was his name? Something. Hakushi.
Yep, there you go. I just found it too.
Hakushi.
Wow, that's insane.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Shinzaki, better known to the WWE Universe as Hakushi. This is who Kushida gave respect to very much. With the tape fingers, the Japanese writing all up and down.
Oh, yeah.
Kushida got
Awesome.
a beautiful win over Rich Swann on Sunday's show. TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions are on the line as Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards took on Spitfire. In the end, Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards would retain the titles.
Good.
Eric Young took on Hammerstone. Eric Young getting a big win over Hammerstone, which eventually lead to a match on the next episode of TNA Impact.
Nice.
Jeff Hardy took on JDC, or Johnny Curtis for you all who don't know, or Johnny Dirty Curtis, Dirty Dango, whatever you want to call him. Dirty Dango Curtis.
Dirty Dango.
Now Hardy got a beautiful win, hitting the twist of fate from the middle rope, hitting JDC to win. And after the match, Hardy would hit JDC with 2 more twists of fate. Tag team titles are on the line when the System took on ABC. ABC, yes. Chris Bay and Austin Ace. In the end, ABC, Austin Ace, and Chris Bay defeated Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers to retain the TNA Tag Team titles. Or no, win the Tag Team titles. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Austin Ace and Chris Bay, ABC, would win the Tag Team titles. Somebody mistyped that.
Uh-oh.
Mike Santana took on Jake something.
Yeah.
And Mike Santana came up with a beautiful win after making his return. The Rascals would show up to take on WWE NXT's No Quarter Catch Crew. So we got a mixture here with Rascals and Wesley of NXT against the Catch Crew of NXT. Dempsey, a whole group here. The Rascals getting a beautiful win. A big moment as we continue the adventure of WWE TNA's partnership, NXT TNA, all this awesome stuff. The TNA Digital Media and International Heavyweight Championship match was on the line as AJ Francis took on PCO. In the end, your winner and new TNA Digital International Champion, PCO. Post-match, Steph Delander makes a dramatic entrance, grabs Mike, falls to one knee, and pulls out a ring and asks PCO to marry her. Overwhelmed, PCO responds affirmatively in French, which is what led to the wedding. TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace took on Ash by Elegance in a great match. In the end, Jordan Grace would come out victorious. The TNA X Division Championship was on the line as Mustafa Ali defended his title against Speedball Mike Bailey. Earl Hebner made a surprise appearance brought in by Ali to screwjob Bailey. The crowd chanted, "You screwed Brett. You screwed Brett." Earl Hebner decided against it, doing another screw job and turned against Ali. Ali didn't like it, and Bailey was able to get the pin, crowning him the new Speedball champion. So Mike Bailey, your new X Division champion. In the TNA World Championship in an eliminator match, a 6-man match, Moose took on Nick Nemeth, Steve Macklin, Josh Alexander, You Say His Name, Joe Hendry, and Frankie Kazarian. This is a beautiful match. Moose would get eliminated by Joe Hendry. And then Joe Hendry would get eliminated quite quickly after that by Josh Alexander. All for it to fall apart. And in the very end, the most wanted man of professional wrestling is now your new TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth. Who's going to defend that belt anywhere, anytime, any place? Could Nick Nemeth make his return to NXT? Anything's possible at this point. Definitely a show worth watching. Hopefully we can go watch it at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Did I say his name? Did we say his name? Well, I'm going to say it again. As say his name. And Joe Hendry, grateful for footage of his WWE tryout in front of CM Punk and Paul Heyman, was lost. Ringside News reports.
Wow.
Joe Hendry has already started a feud with another group of NXT stars as he's clashed with Gallus. And then he showed up on commentary the next week. Although he didn't win the TNA Wrestling World title at Slammiversary, Hendry is far from finished. He has been in the game for a long time and even had an interesting experience in front of Paul Heyman and CM Punk. NXT fans have seen Joe Henry on Tuesday nights, but CM Punk was present at his very first tryout. In an intriguing piece of Hendry's history, the iconic TNA wrestling star explained that the behind-the-scenes details of his past WWE tryout. Proving himself was only half the battle, as he secured an invite to a WWE tryout with an interesting crowd to observe. Joe Henry sat on the casting couch and talk with Chris Jericho and Jericho about getting to America and navigating the challenges of getting in front of the right people in wrestling. And I quote, Joe Henry, I quote, "My first match outside of my training school was in an empty arena, but it was in front of CM Punk, Paul Heyman, Fit Finlay, William Regal, Big Show, and I've never had a match outside of my training school. I'm so glad there's no footage of this." Joe Henry was one of the most popular members of the TNA roster, and he's also not finished with NXT, as he's made his message clear. Now we'll have to wait to see where he shows up next. It appears that all bets are off since fans believe in Joe Henry. So Joe Henry had a debut or an invitational match in WWE very long ago with some big names there. Can't wait to see what Joe Henry does next. He's loving NXT. Is NXT going to get it solved into WWE? Will TNA be another brand for WWE? It could be very interesting what the future holds.
Let's not forget, we have the TNA partnership. We also have the GCW Bloodsport partnership as well. This just in: Julius Creed, Shayna Baszler, Brutus Creed, and Charlie Dempsey are going to be on Bloodsport 11. All of them on this next card. I call that some big moves being made right now. Yeah.
Stacking them up, knocking them down. WWE, NXT, Bloodsport, Marigold, Noah. The world's shaking as WWE is making loud noises. And AEW is floating by the hook of its tooth, trying to work with CMLL and New Japan, but it's only working as funky as a monkey as it can be.
I mean, we already know that I'm covering the G1 as we speak. But this week's episode, if you don't mind me getting to it,
well, ladies and
we'll
gentlemen,
be talking about.
You know, it is always an important time in the week. It's always an important time in this show when we get to sit down with Mr. Z, and I guess he's dying to get some dirt out there. He's hungry to talk. He's hungry to say something. He's chomping at the bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give you a taste. Let's give you a sample because, hey, Mr. Z is going to be here due to unseen circumstances. The direction of what was probably going to be posted on Tuesdays onto Patreon, Wednesdays on the YouTube for the New Japan Pro Wrestling may be redone. I don't know what your plans are, if you're going to retape or let what you already put out fly, or if you're going to add an extra bonus episode, or if you're going to all save this till next week. But anyways, what are we getting on the New Japan Rebound podcast? What is coming up? What do you have in the bucket? What do you have in the can? What are you hungry to talk about? Tell us about New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Pro Wrestling Noah. We're going to talk about AJ Styles at Pro Wrestling Noah. That was the biggest talking point of the week. I mean, we got Bullet Club AJ Styles that night. Beautiful, beautiful match. And if I do a bonus episode, we'll talk about the G1. I just finished night 2. Big talking points of that. We have Tetsuya Naito with an 0-2 start. The World Heavyweight Champ, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champ with an 0-2 start in the G1. Yota Tsuji with a big win over David Finlay. That was another big one. And then sleeper of the night, Shota Umino with a 2-0 start with night 2 defeating Shingo Takagi, former G1 Climax winner. We'll also talk about Evil. Evil has an issue with the newest member of Bullet Club, Jake Lee. Jake Lee was the man that went from Noah as a young lion and brought into Bullet Club. He feels that he doesn't deserve to be in Bullet Club. Even though House of Torture is a subset of Bullet Club, he thinks Jake Lee does not belong. I will either do a bonus episode or I'll let this one fly. We'll talk about Noah, and then the following week, I will get you guys all caught up on G1.
It looks like on Collision, Deonna Purrazzo was able to finally defeat Thunder Rosa with the help of Tyra Valkyrie. Deonna Purrazzo aligning herself with Tyra Valkyrie Too bad Mr. Clark's not here to defend Wifey in that situation.
Or Thunder. He defends both of them, and I'm actually kind of heartbroken for that one because both of them great talent and just not being showcased like they should be.
But yeah, the New Japan Rebound podcast comes out on Tuesdays on Patreon, Wednesdays on the YouTube. Mr. Z has a lot of stuff to put out. We'll see how it all comes together. He was originally scheduled to be gone this week, but due to unforeseen circumstances and the world falling apart, he is going to be here with us for some time to be. I guess that vacation has been deleted. Delete.
Suspended indefinitely.
And breaking news that's coming out of everywhere through wrestling, I'm still waiting final, but it looks like Motor City Machine Guns may be headed to WWE as they finish up their independence tours. That would be the only thing. If you're finishing up on the independent scene, then it's the only thing that would make me say that you're possibly going to WWE. Because that's, I mean, AEW would probably let you do all your stuff and you could be there. But it's going to be very interesting. And what is your news? I mean, you should be talking about this. This comes from your side of the world, your side of the realm. What's the status on the next big name coming out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, that WWE?
They are no longer on any. They're not on any card for New Japan as we speak.
No. I'm talking about a whole another big name coming out of New Japan that's being rumored heavily.
Oh, Hikuleo.
There you go.
The baby brother of Gorillas of Destiny, Tongaloa. Baby brother. He will be coming to WWE. We don't know when and we don't know where, but his new name will be Tonga.
What?
Yeah.
Or have you seen this?
Tonga will be his name.
I have not heard.
That's where. Oh yeah, I've seen a few reports of that.
I've heard that he's possibly signed. Nothing's confirmed as far as I know for sure, but it's heavily being suggested throughout. Okay, how long? I'm finding right here on a solid source. So let me pull up this article. As we're talking about Hikuleo, I figured this would be big news for you.
Oh, it is.
Hikuleo's WWE
from
agreement
my understanding,
confirmed 2 days ago, coming out of Fightful Select. Fightful reporting that yes, Hikuleo has signed a contract with WWE. It seems Hikuleo is on his way to WWE. What part he's going to play, what his name's going to be, it's all going to be very, very interesting.
Now, here's my thing. With SummerSlam coming up, there's going to be a big rift in the bloodline, it's looking like right now. This is really going to shake things up. I'm all about it.
Now we just got to see what's going to happen with one AEW star that seems to be on absence, one Ricky Starks. It's going to be a better big name that's going to hopefully be in the realm of talking. Either he's going to return to AEW TV or he's going to show up in WWE sooner or later or at some point. We're just going to have to wait and see how that all comes together.
Now, here's my question, and I've always wondered this. I mean, we need an inside man, and we need maybe I need to be nicer to them on Twitter, I guess. But why? How are these contracts just disappearing? These contracted superstars for AEW, they're not getting any word from their boss. Are they in catering and they're being told, just enjoy your meal, and if you work, you work? I mean, that's just I'm curious, like, how are these guys just falling under the radar and disappearing?
It just keeps getting interesting.
But they seem to find Wardlow.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about.
He's always in catering.
Are we sure he's even in the building? It's going to be interesting to see where a lot of these things go, how these things come together, and how these things fall out. It's definitely interesting. It's an interesting time in wrestling.
Oh, man. I mean, I want nothing but the best for AEW. Don't get me wrong, folks. You hear me every week, and I know I'm bad on Twitter. I know I'm bad on X, and y'all don't. And I know I get a lot of heat for it. but I want nothing but the best for this company. I would love to see him do better, but they're not. He's not even trying anymore.
No. We're gonna have to wait and see how it all comes together in the near
Well,
future.
speaking of Summer Sap, hey bro, just unblock me, man. I don't know what I said to hurt your feelings. Just please unblock me.
Out here making enemies every day. All day, every day.
It happens.
What is it all about?
The tampon bucks, y'all can keep me blocked. I'm okay with that.
Nobody cares about the tampon bucks. Tampon bucks. Tampon bucks. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let us do a quick break here. Let's talk about the Goldmine. If you're looking for Funko Pops like the ones behind me, check out the Goldmine. Everything's in the description box below. We're going to play a quick break here, and we'll be right back. This is the Value Wrestling on the Big Tyme, and I'm here with some great news. Are you a Funko Pop collector? Are you searching for some hard-to-find Funko Pops? Are you just looking to complete a collection? Well, the Value Wrestling is teamed up with the Goldmine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Goldmine, which can be found on Facebook, or by going to the description below and clicking the link, you can sign up to join the Goldmine, who will help you find those hard-to-find, rare pops. They'll help you complete your collection. Just let them know when you're signing up what Funko Pops you're looking for, and that the Value Wrestling sent you. The Goldmine, the ones that are going to help you to find those rare-to-find pops and help you finish your collection. All can be done at the Goldmine. Sign up today and make sure you tell them the Value Wrestling sent you. All right, we are back. Thank you for taking a moment with us. That is the Goldmine. If you're looking for Funko Pops like the ones behind me, if you're looking for certain ones, go to the Goldmine. Check the link in the description below. It's going to take you to a Facebook group for the Goldmine. Sign up. Tell them what Funko Pops you're looking for. Tell them the Value Wrestling sent you, and let them know what you're looking for. Whether it's that Holy Grail piece that you're looking for to complete a set, or just that Holy Grail piece that you want. Whether it's you're looking for other pieces to fulfill your set, or certain pieces. This is what the Goldmine's for. They find the best of the best. Usually they find the ones that are a little older. They don't always have the newest ones, but sometimes they have some of the newest ones. They got some new great ones now. They've got the ghost face in the original size, and then they got the tall 6-inch ghost faces. So you can, something like that. My brain's farted at the moment, but they've got a lot of stuff. Go check them out. It's all listed there. Ask Alex for help. He's going to help you, and he will ship wherever you need to. So don't be afraid, if you don't live in the California area, not to reach out. If you live in the California area, reach out to me. You can go right to the Goldmine itself. Fun place to go. Enjoyable place to go. We support the Goldmine right here at the Value Wrestling. This is why this collection behind me is always growing, always adapting. I'll have to go over there shortly. I've got another, I don't know, it looks like another a dozen and a half Funko somehow built up, ready for pickup. 1 minute.
You can always find it right there at the Goldmine.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, to answer your question, I don't think Mr. Clarke can see us. Last I heard, he was seeing stars and seeing Z's. So, when will Mr. Clarke return? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow night when we do the Monday Night Raw post-show review, because we'll be right here tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw to break it all down for you. CM Punk's going to be on the show, so it should be an interesting show. Lots of other things to talk about. All on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Tuesdays, go to Patreon to listen to the New Japan World Wrestling Rebound podcast. That'll be on Patreon on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, it'll be live on the YouTube channel. Fridays, we'll be back with your SmackDown post-show review. No pay-per-views this weekend, so we're good there. It'll be the weekend after that. We got SummerSlam coming up, so we're still on the road to SummerSlam, so that's right around the corner. We'll be here to cover all the SummerSlam needs. We will be talking to SPW at the Supreme Pro Wrestling. SPW here real soon about their August event. Once we know the details and all of that and get that locked down, we're going to bring all those details to you and let you know why you should be a part of that show, why you'll need to come out and check it out if you're in the Northern California Bay Area, wherever you are. If you're in driving distance, come out and check out SPW, because we're going to be doing that. Once we get all that information, we'll detail that down for you. I don't think there's any other big events in August as it speaks. I think we are solid in August, other than SummerSlam at the beginning of the month. All in at the end of the month, along with the Bash of Berlin. And then things are going to get hot and steady, because September and the end of this year are going to be moving quickly. Too many battles, not only in the wrestling ring, but we won't get into the political ring, because there's messes there. But hey, We love to talk about pro wrestling right here on the Value of Wrestling. Mr. Clarke is on suspension. Will his suspension be lifted? I guess you're going to have to tune in tomorrow night to find that one out for yourself. And it may continue. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. I don't know what else to talk about. I think we've kind of hit the hammer on the nail. SummerSlam looking like a great show. Things are moving and progressing forward. It's always going to be interesting to see what is next in the world of professional wrestling. Of course, we'll be here back next Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as always, or Pacific Daylight Time as it is right now, with your weekly Roundup podcast where we talk about everything in professional wrestling. So if you want to know what's going on or if you think you missed something in the week of wrestling, you can come here and talk about it. Of course, this week's collision was just jam-packed. It's Darby Allin took on the Beast, Mortos, Sky Blue, and Hikaru Shida took on one another. Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa, and then the six-man tag team, or the three-man, six-man titles. Bang Bang Gang versus the Patriarchy. We heard from FTR. They made their return. And then singles match, Undisputed Kingdom's Roderick Strong took on the conglomerations. Ishii. Tomohiro Ishii was on Collision. And, of course, Hologram made his big debut. Darby Allin with a big win over the Montrose, whatever his name is. Don't give a hoot. Sky Blue and Hikaru Shida match ended in it got canceled out. The premier athlete Tony Nese took on Ray Phoenix as a surprise match, which Ray Phoenix came out and won. Thank God. FTR talked to us. Roderick Strong and the Kilometratories. Ishii, of course, Strong got the win over Ishii in that. That'll probably break the heart of Mr. Z. Hologram beat Gringo Loco. And we heard from the Von Erichs teaming up with Rhodes. They'll be together once again. Briscoe coming out talking more blood and guts because everybody cares about what he says. And then you have Deonna Purrazzo beating Thunder Rosa with the help of Tyra Valkyrie in this one. And then the Patriarchy winning the six-man titles by pinning the Bang Bang Gang. What an exciting episode of Collision in front of 1,200 people. 1,200 people. 1,200 people. Ladies and gentlemen, you're always welcome to join
Go ahead. I had someone defend him the best they could, but I was like, well, I mean, if you guys are mad about, Triple H, I mean, he's selling out venues 10,000 plus twice a week, not including what the house shows bring.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day, it was a whole different story. And now we are talking about nobody showing up for these shows. But it's where the best wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
What you do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
and it's safe. Yeah. And it's safe.
Yes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I get it's time to wrap this up, put a pretty bow on it. This is episode 50 of the Weekly Roundup, meaning we have 2 more weeks for a 1-year celebration, 1 year of the Value Wrestling Weekly Roundup. We hope you'll be here for that. We will see you on the next one. Tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. Who will be co-hosting that show with me? You'll have to be here to find out. We will see you on the next one. Mr. Z, tell them good night.
Good night, folks.